Welcome and let your journey to soul expansion begin. I'm your host, Kristen Kaczynski. This show will take you on a journey of expansion, encouraging you to release the limitations of your mind and lean into the wisdom of your soul. Remembering who you are on a soul level will help you release your conditioning, expectations, limiting beliefs, fears, and worries, and evoke a life expanded by your energetic alignment. Whether you're an entrepreneur who wants to grow your income and impact, or someone who knows in your heart of hearts that you're made for more, this podcast will help you awaken the power that's already inside of you, allowing you to attract an easy flow of money, clients, opportunities, and fulfillment. In each episode, you'll learn something new, expand your consciousness, and you'll walk away with a glimpse of what's truly possible for you. If you're ready to follow your soul's calling and live a more expansive life, you're in the right place. Welcome, and let your journey to soul expansion begin. Welcome back to the Soul Expansion Podcast. I'm your host, Kristen Kaczynski, and I am so grateful that you're here. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling juicy. I hope you're feeling ready, because today we are talking about how to attract and manifest soulmate clients. On this podcast, we've been talking about attracting and receiving money. We've been talking about stepping into the divine feminine energy and divine masculine energies, and how to start calling things in that you desire just from your energy. And if you are a business owner who works with clients, knowing some specifics around how to attract and manifest soulmate clients and not just the money that they pay you can be really helpful, because sometimes when we're so connected and so fixated on the money, we actually make it harder to manifest what we desire. Because if you think about it, money, there's no emotion behind that resource when you really strip it down, right? Like there's nothing really to connect into other than our trauma responses, how we were raised to think about money. And we definitely have to work through these things. But at the end of the day, the money is just a tool. It's a piece of paper. It's kind of like a flat thing to call in, right? Like we don't actually want the money. We want the lifestyle, the experience, the opportunities that money brings. We want the choices that money brings. So when we're so fixated on the money, it can actually become harder to manifest, because we can't energetically get behind this paper tool as easily as we may be able to get behind calling in the right people. So what I want you to do, and if you're driving, please do not close your eyes. But if you're in a place where you can close your eyes safely, I want you to close your eyes right now. And I want you to picture yourself on a Zoom call, or however you hold your client sessions. Even if they're in person, I want you to picture yourself in person with those clients. And I want you to imagine that everything that you've been desiring to call in, the exact soulmate clients, the exact number, is here now. What does it feel like to have those soulmate clients here now? Who are they? What are their energies? What does their energy feel like? What does your energy feel like as you hold space for these beautiful humans in your coaching calls? What does it look like? If you're on Zoom, how many little boxes with smiling faces are looking back at you right now? And what are the dynamics of the group if you're holding space for a group? Or what is the energy of the one individual if you're holding space for a new one-on-one client? How are they interacting together? How are they communicating? What's popping up in the Zoom chat? What are they here for? Why were they attracted to you? And what do you love about them? What are the qualities, the traits, or the quirks that you just love about them and that actually make you excited to show up for them? What energy do they hold that makes you excited to show up for them and to serve them? And if you're having trouble connecting into this, be gentle with yourself. But it's something to explore and to get clarity on, right? In my program, Divine Feminine Sales, I have my clients do this 20 or 21 question offer creation framework. And one of the questions on that offer creation framework is, what are the qualities and traits of your soulmate clients? There's a lot of questions about who they're trying to call in, the type of people they are, where they're at, what their day-to-day is. Because if you don't have that clarity, it becomes so much harder to call in the right people because you literally don't know who you're calling in. Right? And if you know your human design and if you're a non-specific manifester, you don't necessarily have to get as specific as I'm describing. You do need clarity, but as you try to play in the energy of having it here now, what you can tap into instead of the specifics is you can tap into, what feeling do I hold when these people are in my presence, right? So you don't necessarily have to map out the dynamics and all of those things, although it may be helpful for you. But what feeling do you have when it comes true? So if that was easy for you to tap into, or if it felt accessible to you, I want you to compare that experience, that little visualization, to trying to attract a 10K month and what that feels like, what that looks like. It's a lot harder, right? I know for me, it's so much easier to tap into the people I desire versus the money because there's more details with people, right? Money is money is money is money. But people, there's so many things you can use to tap into, to connect with, to feel like it's here now, that it becomes a lot more real and it allows you to manifest quicker. So you just experienced what it's like to start to call in soulmate clients. A lot of it is, quite honestly, playing in the energy of it being here now. But how can you get even more intentional with this and make this part of your daily practice? And also, how can you develop a deeper trust that these sorts of practices are going to actually attract the clients to you? I think the most important shift here, if you haven't had this shift yet, or if you find yourself getting out of this place, is always coming back to the greater mission, the greater service, the gift that you are giving your soulmate clients when they sign up for your offer, right? Sometimes we can get into kind of like this transactional space where it's like, if I get 10 clients in my group program, then that means I make a 10K month. And then we kind of get really attached to the money and we stop seeing the people as people. And we stop seeing the impact of our work, which our impact is huge, right? I think we so often forget that. But as service providers, as healers, as coaches, we're providing something that literally, quite literally changes people's lives for the better. So when you think about attracting soulmate clients, how can you reconnect to that deeper purpose that deeper mission that caused you to start coaching anyway, that caused you to get certifications or to start showing up on social media and start your business. Like, what was that deeper mission that kick-started you, and how can you start to really connect into that energy, that heart-centered space that drives you? Because that radiates out in your content. That radiates out on the energetic channels to the people that need your help, right? And if you're like, because I was this person, and so I want to validate those of you who are like this. If you're like, I started my business because I hated my job and I wanted to make more money. I see you. I hear you. I was you. And that's okay. Like, you don't have to make yourself wrong or greedy because of that, because I was there too. And it's normal to want money. It's normal to want opportunities. It's normal to want more freedom. And we get to want those things. I want to make that very clear. And we are worthy of those things. I want to make that clear as well. But it's really important to understand that that has an upper limit, right? That is not going to drive us when we can't see the evidence that people are going to sign up. Because our conscious mind is going to freak the heck out. It's going to look at our Instagram stats, or how many people have clicked on the sales page but not bought yet, or how many people are, not watching our stories anymore, or, how long it's been since you talked to that lead who asked for the payment link but hasn't bought yet. Like, when those very normal things are happening in our business, if we're just connected to, I want to leave my job and make a lot of money, or if you've already left your job and you're just connected to, I need to make this money, it's going to be so hard to hold yourself in a surrendered place when those things happen. But if you're connected into the mission, your greater purpose for even starting your business, for even offering the thing that you're selling, if you can connect back into that again and again and again, that is going to sustain you when the evidence doesn't show up in your now moment. That will allow you to keep going, honoring your body and your energy and your needs, of course. But that will enable you to keep going, even just energetically, like even if you're not doing anything, but you're more in your being state. It'll allow you to energetically keep going when it looks like things may not be working out, which is going to happen. Like, let's normalize that. I can't tell you how much stress I've experienced making it mean if things didn't look like they were going to work out, that they wouldn't work out, like making that mean that there was something wrong with me. Like, I've experienced so much stress around that. But what I've come to realize, what I've come to know is that's normal. That's status quo in business, right? Like, it's not the same thing as being an employee where you get a reliable paycheck. There are uncertainties. We can't control and micromanage the universe, and we can't control and micromanage our leads. So let's normalize the fact that sometimes it's going to look a little hairy. Sometimes it's going to look a little scary, and that doesn't mean that we're failing at all. That doesn't mean that we're not going to be successful. It just means you're in business and things don't always look pretty and reliable and regular. And it's good because that forces us to become stronger. It forces us to go deeper on our inner work and on our healing. It allows us to experience more well-being when we have those darker moments, because we learn that there's something within ourselves or something within our business that isn't working anymore that we need to shed so we can emerge as a new version of ourselves. They allow us to innovate those moments where it looks like where things are not working out. That gives us the fuel to our fire to keep being creative and to keep connecting into our intuition and to think of new ideas. But they're going to happen, right? Let's normalize that it's not always going to look like you're a sold out $1 million coach. Even when you are one, there's still going to be those moments. And it's not about those moments defining what the outcome is. It's about how you can hold yourself in those moments that truly defines what the outcome will be. Can you love yourself deeply, trust something more intelligent than yourself, the source or the God or universe or whatever you connect in with, and continue to desire what you are asking for, your soulmate clients? It's how you hold yourself in those moments that matters. If you are a coach or a healer that is tired of chasing after leads, tired of worrying about where your money's going to come from each month, and tired of using sleazy sales tactics that make you feel icky and make your audience feel icky, I have just the thing for you. So after working with over 100 coaches and healers, and also after observing what happened in my own business scaling journey, I realized that there is a massive upper limit to complicated strategies. And what I found was you don't really need complicated strategies to be able to market and sell your programs. At the end of the day, all you need are basic marketing and sales skills, and then it comes down to your energy and your mindset. And Divine Feminine Sales has you covered on all three. And honestly, the biggest thing I've learned about sales is when you are able to tap into this divine feminine energy that we all have inside of ourselves, regardless of how you identify or what your biological gender is, when we're able to tap into our divine feminine energy, you become a truly magnetic force for your soulmate clients. They can't help but be magnetized to you and to want to be in your energy and to join your programs. It's like being the host of the hottest party of the season that everyone wants an invitation to, except that party is your program, right? And how cool would it be to be in this place where you can just magnetically attract people and have those I want to work with you DMs every single day. All of this is possible for you when you join Divine Feminine Sales, and I have a special offer for you. If you'd like to try Module 1 of Divine Feminine Sales, you can do so for only $55. That's right, you can try Module 1 for only $55 at trydivine.com. And if you decide that you totally love Module 1 and you want to upgrade to the full program where you get live calls with me as well as Facebook group support, you can apply that same $55 to your full enrollment. How cool is that? So give us a try at trydivine.com. You will love Module 1. I take you through my offer creation framework, and you get to keep forever access to that. So that in and of itself is way, way, way worth the $55. Let's be real. Go to trydivine.com and let me know on Instagram if you sign up. I would love to celebrate you. All right, now back to the show. So a couple things I want you to connect in with to make this process easier, because it's not easy in the beginning. In the beginning, we're so in our heads. We think something's wrong with us. We're trying to fix everything or hustle, or we feel this energy of like, I have to force it. So to start to make this a little bit easier, I want you to think about this concept of soul contracts. And this is something I teach in my program, Divine Feminine Sales. So you can learn more about that if you would like to join our program. But what I want you to connect in with right now is you were put on this earth in this human body that you have with this brain that is running around right now trying to figure things out. You have all of these things on purpose. It's not by accident. And the fact that you desire to have a business that serves clients, that's also not by accident. So you are actually meant to do the work that you are desiring to do, especially if it lights you up, especially if you feel it in your heart and soul. This is what you're meant to do. Like you were put on this earth to do that work. That is why you're here. So it's going to work out no matter what. And part of the reason why you have this desire to serve others is because others have a desire to be served by someone like you. And that's also not by accident. They were put here to be in your path, to experience healing, coaching, growth, advice, whatever it is you offer from you. There's an already established soul contract between your soul and your soulmate clients' souls. That's why I call them soulmate clients, because that was determined before you even came to this human body, right? And so if you start to try on this concept, whether you're a believer or not in soul contracts, but just try on this concept for a moment. If you knew that there were dream clients, soulmate clients, that were predetermined, they were meant to work with you already on this earth. And not only are they meant to work with you, but they're also looking for someone just like you to help them with their problem. Like, if you try that on right now, how much more surrendered, how much more open, how much more confident do you feel about attracting clients, about selling your services, about showing up on social media as the real you? I know for me, when I really started to embody and integrate this knowing, my attachment to outcomes, my attachment to specific leads or to the stats, right? Because we love to look at the stats as business owners. That started to fade away. And then as I really started to integrate and embody this, I experienced clients finding me irregardless of my social media. So it's not that they responded to a post. It's not that they received an email. It's that they literally found me somehow on Instagram and instantly messaged me and asked to work with me. And yes, it was the accumulation of all the content I had put out there, all the seeds I had planted that led them to me. But there was something inside of them that allowed them to find me and instantly connect to me and instantly want my help and instantly sign up. That is not by accident. That is not a fluke either. And I want you to open up your mind to the possibility that that can be your truth. That it's not about what you do. It's not about any one post. It's not about a launch strategy or a specific offer. It's about staying deeply connected to your heart-centered mission. And if you don't have one, starting to develop one, starting to tap into one, starting to connect into one that drives you beyond money. Staying deeply connected to that heart-centered mission and showing up from that place, online and offline, both when people are watching and also when people are not watching. And trusting that those soulmate clients who already have an established soul contract with you will connect into your energy and find you. It's happened to me more than once, and it's happened to me in very surprising ways. And it's happened to my clients too. I've seen them experience it as well. So it's a very real thing that can happen to you if you're willing to give it a try. The other piece of this is it makes you feel safer in sales conversations. It makes you feel more detached, more confident, more safe. I know for me, before I did a lot of the work that I do now, I would feel very anxious if I sent out a payment link and the person didn't buy within like 10 minutes. Or especially if they saw the link, gave it a little double tap, but didn't buy for a day or two. Or especially if they asked about my program, I gave them the details and then they didn't respond for a couple days. Or if I got on a sales call and they didn't buy at the end, I would get very anxious in the past, and I would think, oh, I did something wrong. How can I fix this? How can I save the sale? So a concept I'm introducing to you now is that there is nothing to save because it's already happened. One of my friends, Corinne, she says that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And a concept I live by is if it's meant to be, they will come to me. And I'll do my part. I'll follow up once, maybe twice if I feel called. But then it's up to them. And they have to connect into their own willingness to change, to shift, to grow. They have to connect into, am I the right coach for them? And it's not my job to force it, fix it, or save the sale. It's my job to continue to connect into my heart-centered mission, to continue to show up from that place and to trust that the right soulmate clients will have their soul contract activated. For me, this was like a breath of fresh air. For me, this enabled me to stop chasing leads and chasing soulmate clients. It allowed me to step deeper into my divine feminine, open up to receive, and attract clients. There was a time period where I was on a roll. I was getting an inquiry every single day for over a month. And I only have an audience of a couple thousand. So that was unusual for me. But it was because I had really started to embody and integrate this concept of I have a mission, I have a purpose. I'm not just doing this just for the money. I'm doing it for something so much bigger. And people desire my help. And they will find me because they're meant to find me. And I don't have to force it. I don't have to chase. I get to attract them by staying connected to my mission, by staying connected to why I'm here, and by deeply surrendering, loving, and holding myself, even when things may look a little hairy or scary. So that is what I have for you when it comes to attracting and manifesting soulmate clients. And of course, there's strategy that goes along with this. But I feel like if you're listening to this podcast, you already have that strategy. You've already connected into it. And in any case, if you want to go deeper, my program Divine Feminine Sales teaches you both the strategy and the energetics of attracting soulmate clients. So you can check out Module 1 for $55 at trydivine.com. And if you love it, then you can apply that $55 to the cost of the full program. So that's always an option for you if you're looking at going deeper on this. But that is all I have for you today. In the next episode on the Soul Expansion Podcast, we're shifting into some deeper energetic exploration. I'll be teaching you how to expand your awareness and strengthen your intuition. Because if these two things are potent, are present, are connected for you, if they're online for you, if you can understand them and receive the messages that come from expanded awareness and intuition, then the path unfolds for you and life becomes very easy, and money, clients, business opportunities just start to present themselves without any effort at all. So get excited for that episode. It's coming out next Monday. Hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss it. And I can't wait to talk to you next week. Love you so much. Give me a shout on Instagram if you dig this episode at Kristen Kaczynski. Take a screenshot, tell your friends, and I will see you next week. Bye for now. Thank you for honoring your soul's calling today and taking the time to listen to this episode of the Soul Expansion Podcast. If you have a question you'd like featured or have a topic idea, I would love to hear from you. Find me on Instagram at Kristen Kaczynski and send me a DM with your request. Remember, you are a truly limitless being. The limits you see now are only an illusion. Whatever it is that you desire, that's already yours. It already exists in the universe here and now. You simply have to awaken to what you already have. And I hope this episode brought you a little closer to that truth. If you love this episode and would like to give from your heart and appreciation, please take a few moments to screenshot it and tag me in your stories on Instagram, or write a brief review on your favorite podcast platform. Your voice truly matters, and your feedback helps to spread abundant expansion to a broader audience. And what a gift that is, right? Just think about how much abundance will come back to you if you help a friend experience their own soul expansion. And with that, I just want to say thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, I'm Kristen Kaczynski, and I love you.